Good evening, folks, and welcome to Newman After Dark,
a pandemic production.
We're your hosts, Emily Semino.
And I'm Nico Quesada.
This week was an exciting week, everyone. We officially started fall, the best season objectively. As you can see, we are sporting our fall wardrobe. Nico, where did you get this beautiful sweater?
This is from New York City. It's from the fall 2019 line of sweaters at Gap.
Wow. And I'm sporting an Old Navy jean jacket. In other fall news, Trader Joe's fall selection is officially out. You can find pumpkin-flavored everything in their store.
We'd also love to give a special shout out to Emma, and we're going to show you what she created last week for our egg creation challenge.
Emma, that is a stellar looking omelet. Thanks for participating. We'll be in touch about your prize. We have a really exciting show lined up for you guys tonight.
First, we're going to go outdoors with Tim.
Then we'll get a chance to get to know the masterminds behind this whole Newman Center, our very own brothers. Then we're going to head back to Molly's kitchen and see what else she has in store for us tonight. So, exciting night. Let's head over to Tim to get started.
Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Emily. And listen, I don't know if you noticed, but there's been a seismic shift here on Penn's campus. I'm right here on Locust Walk, right in the middle of campus. And these things have just appeared out of nowhere. I'll tell you, it's crazy. I've heard the tectonic shifts in the place just below us right here in Philadelphia have been crazy as of late. And this has come out. It's so hot, it's hotter than the red lip gloss that it imitates. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know the solution yet. But just know that this Penn team is working on it for you. That's all we have. That's Tim Broderick with the report. Does anybody know, what these are? Seriously, anybody?
Thanks, Tim. That was really insightful.
Whoa. Now over to Angela at our Newman Center chapel.
Hey friends, so last time I was telling you about coming to daily mass here at this chapel, but I also wanted to invite you to come to pray at any point. We know that life as a Penn student can be super crazy and stressful, so feel free to come here and just tell the Lord what's on your mind.
Oh man, I shouldn't have had so much coffee this morning. I really have to pee. Do you think anyone would notice if I got up and went to the bathroom? I'll just stay.
Wow. Looks like Emily's having really good prayer. She's probably communing directly with the Lord. He hasn't talked to me in months. That's okay. It's fine. Ooh, my package is shipped.
Time to read. Oh man, the book's in my backpack. The zipper is so loud. Emily's gonna hate me. But I'll just do it really fast. I'll just get my book out really fast. It'll all be fine. It'll be fine. Oh no. It's so... Sorry, Emily. I'm sorry. Okay. Here it is. Here we go.
Wow, I'm tired. Think anybody noticed? No, not really. I can probably take a nap. Yeah, it's alright.
When is the next time I can get a nice coffee? Oh, maybe right after this? Yeah, I could probably sneak over to Dunkin' really quick. Oh wait, but I have that meeting. Reminds me I have to send that email. Oh, and I have to text people about Bible study. Yeah, I'll do that. And update our Insta account. Oh my gosh, there's so much to do. Jesus, help. Can you just do all this for me, please?
I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I ever did was break your walls.
Again, you're welcome to come into the chapel at any point to pray. Also on Fridays, we have praise and worship and adoration and confessions from 6 to 7 p.m. So this is after the 5:30 Mass. Come by and come pray with us. You're welcome to come.
Thanks, Angela. The Newman Center Chapel is here for you, and we hope to see you around.
Now we're going to have a chance to get to know the brothers of our Newman Center a little more. Be sure to pay close attention because afterwards we're going to have a trivia question with a chance to win a prize. Over to you, Jewel.
Good evening, and welcome to a Newman After Dark special panel. I'm your host, Jewel Copa. The Sodalit Brothers. Who are they? What brought them here? Where do they live? Why do they only wear polo shirts? These are kind of some of the questions that we're going to be covering tonight, and I'm so happy to introduce our panel of Sodalit Brothers, the men who run this parish. Let's go down the line and introduce ourselves.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nelson, and I'm the campus minister for Penn Newman.
What's up? I'm Michael. I'm the campus minister for Drexel. I'm from Nebraska.
Hi, I'm Father Carlos. I'm the pastor here, and I'm very happy to be here.
Like I said, I'm Jewel Copa, and I'm your newest associate campus minister for Penn. Thanks for having me.
I am Father Remy from Peru, and I love you.
I am Patrick, and I am a bro. I am the Newman director.
Wow, this is really an all-star lineup, and we're going to just get to know these guys a little bit better. But in order to get to know the Sodalits, we kind of need to know, what is a Sodalit?
That's a great question. I've been asking myself that for 13 years now. Short answer, Sodalit. First off, it's not Soda Light. That's sometimes it's a Diet Coke that you might think of, but no, Sodalit is a brother. It's kind of the easiest way. Sometimes people ask, and you say, well, religious sisters, there are the counterparts, religious brothers. In our case, Sodalits can be brothers or priests. We all have the same initial formation together, and we all live the community life. We all make the same commitments of celibacy, obedience, and something that we call communication of goods. We share our goods. But yeah, short answer is we're bros, and I'll give you the mic.
Do you guys agree? Does that cover it? So I know with a lot of religious orders, they have like a special charism, like the Sisters of Life, like specifically minister in protecting the unborn and mothers in need. So do you guys have anything like that? Do you have a special charism for your order?
First of all, the identity. The charism means the Holy Spirit has given us an identity, how to live Christian life. So first of all is we answer to our baptismal identity. Who are we as Christians? That's why we're not religious specifically. We are consecrated lay brothers. That's the main charism of a Sodalit. You are also lay, because that's the identity of every baptized. But so what we're emphasizing is a universal call to holiness. That's what we try to manifest to the world, that anybody can be a holy person. You don't have to be a religious person or a nun. And secondly, the way we want to configure ourselves with Jesus, which is the model and the way to become holy, is through Mary, through our special belonging to Mary, like helping her in her mission of evangelizing people, of giving birth to Jesus in the heart of people. Which people we address specifically? We go to the young people, especially to the poor, and to all the aspects of culture that are specifically more like cultivating the intellectual parts, the understanding, the arts. We're open to every area of humanity that needs to be evangelized.
Wow, that's really beautiful. Okay, so I'm seeing two of you are in kind of like priest garb, and then there's three of you who aren't. I know that Nelson and Michael go to the seminary and they're hoping to become priests somewhere down the road. But then Patrick, I think you are not planning to become a priest. Kind of, what's the deal? What is a consecrated lay brother? Why don't you guys wear robes like other religious brothers?
Yeah, that's a great question. I also been kind of wondering this myself, but I think Father Remy, gave some good answers there. As in a certain way, the robe or the habit, in the case of religious, is something that explicitly distinguishes them from the rest of the world and is a sign of the kingdom to come. They're a sign of what we're all called to, in the heavenly reality, whereas in our case, perhaps there's a little bit more of an emphasis placed on, as Remy said, the closeness with the lay people. I think that, yeah, everybody, the whole church is kind of like looking for ways to perhaps express, this call that all of us have to participate together in the mission of the church. And perhaps our calling is a part of that, of seeking to express that. I don't know if that answers the question too well.
But at the same time, we have priests. So, yeah, that's a good question you might have in your mind right now. What's the role of the priest? We are not the majority are lay brothers, but the priests are going to complement the work of the lay brothers. So that's our role, is, to help the lay brothers through the sacraments. That's the role in ambition.
Michael?
Yeah, well, as Patrick said, kind of Nelson and I are kind of in the middle right now, and it's interesting at the seminary because at least all the people that I'm studying with, they all wear the clerics, and so like I'm sitting in class and I'm the only one that is wearing like normal stuff, and yeah, so they're like, yeah, well, why don't you wear the clerics or whatever? I'm like, well, yeah, like we don't do that until we get ordained, but one thing I think that, like Patrick was kind of explaining, is that like we have a huge emphasis on the importance of the lay vocation, and another thing that they always ask is like, are you going to get ordained with us? And it's like, no, I'll probably get ordained like, maybe 4 or 5 years after you, and they all think it's crazy, but like for us, it's like, well, like what we're doing here, what we're doing now is really, really important. And because the lay vocation is very important, you can do so much. So yeah, so that's...
Thanks, guys. I'm also a proud lay vocationer at the moment. So you all live in the same house, is that right? In the rectory next to the church. And so a question I have is, what is the hardest part about living in community? And what does living in community feel like in the day-to-day? Nelson?
Well, I think when Father Carlos is away, then I have to take care of Bear. Yeah, I just don't have so much time to walk Bear, but it's also fun, One hardest thing I think is obviously it's not easy to come together the same ideas and same likes and like fun things to do. But I think there's a value in the differences that we have, and I think the apostolate is something that brings us all together.
Yeah, so I think the best part is just simply like having community, because life I think would be really hard if I don't know, like living alone as a priest, like a diocesan priest, not that they all live alone, but there's not really an emphasis on that. So just like yesterday, like we watched a movie together and had pizza, and it was great. So like, yeah, just not that we're always like talking to each other and like sharing all of our problems, but we have the opportunity always, and there's never like kind of like an empty house in a sense. So yeah, so I think that's the best. And yeah, I was gonna say Bear the dogs, but no, I've actually grown to like Bear a lot. Father's done an amazing job training him, so we're kind of pals now. Yeah, I think what Nelson said's definitely the most difficult. We all come from very different backgrounds, and like, yeah, if you get married, it's like, well, yeah, you gotta kind of like figure out between the two of you. But it's like for us, it's like we figure out between 5 to 6 to 7 to 12, and it's not always the most easy, but it's something that you work through. And then the different backgrounds also, I don't know, they kind of help us to understand different ways of approaching life and stuff, which is actually a very positive thing.
I think one of the things that I like most is when we do ministry together, and just the idea of a group of friends who are trying to accomplish a mission together. I think that's a fascinating one. It's not always easy, mainly because of what Michael said, but when we do manage to get that symphony and work together, it is really, really beautiful.
Something funny that I was thinking when Michael was speaking, and compared with a matrimony, like the matrimony couple, they choose each other. Like we don't choose each other to live together, but we believe that God is choosing us to live together. So there's a element of trust and faith. Like God's plan is behind being us, each one of us here together. No, that's interesting.
So you're busy with work, you guys go to the seminary, there's a lot going on at this parish, but what do you kind of each do individually to kick back and have fun? What are some hobbies we have in the group? Patrick?
So yeah, I've got a lot of hobbies. I definitely appreciate that we have some sports that have returned to life. So I am an active fan, as you see, of the Chicago Cubs, as well as football and fantasy football and things like that. I used to play a lot of basketball here behind us at Patrak with some of the Penn students. Unfortunately, with COVID, that's no longer a possibility, but we actually picked up, and it's been a great community activity, is Frisbee golf. We have been playing a lot of Frisbee during the quarantine, one of the activities to get out and about. So that's kind of what I do.
Hobbies. Well, I like tennis, but I'm starting to play a little bit. I like biking. I swim in the Potruck, but when it's open. I don't know, it's taking too long. And I like FIFA. Let me know if you have PlayStation.
Yeah, I really want you guys to teach me Frisbee golf soon.
Yeah, I love sports in general, especially group sports. Unfortunately, lately it's been reduced to Frisbee golf, which I love, but I also like any sort of sports. Is something that, and I haven't been able to do a lot, but I like carpentry and like that kind of thing, doing mosaics and that kind of thing. Eventually, someday I'll get around and doing it. And I also like gaming. Board games, Seven Wonders, whatever. Sometimes I get a bit addicted to it, so I have to cut them back, but I like that quite a bit.
Yeah. The Nebraska Cornhusker football team is kind of my hobby. Thanks be to the Lord our God that the Big Ten got their act together. Similar thing. A lot of sports. I love playing sports. Tried my hand a little bit during the quarantine time with origami, folding paper. And then Nelson got me into plant stuff too over the quarantine time. So I'm sure he'll talk a little bit about that too.
Yeah, so I started having this bonsai that I'm taking care of. It's really fun. Sometimes it's depressing to see all the leaves falling out. Michael also got his bonsai. I like drawing and painting a lot. I do a lot of like art stuff.
Yes, I've seen a lot of Nelson's art. It's really good. Follow him on Instagram for sure. Okay, so kind of shifting our focus to the ministry here. I guess what's your favorite part about doing ministry here? What's special about doing it here at the Newman Center at St. Agatha St. James?
Well, I've been here 6 years with Michael, and I think one of the most beautiful thing is the diversity there is. For me, my background is pretty diverse as well, so I enjoy all that diversity, and also the movement, the amount of things that happen. It's something that always fascinates me, and the possibilities that come up are really, really huge. So yeah, those are a few things. There are many more, but those are the ones that come to my head.
I just love working with the students and the parishioners. I think just kind of like the relationships that we're able to develop, kind of like Father Carlos said, like being able to like form like these larger communities. Like we have a community and then we have like this larger community now, which is so cool, like the friendships that we're able to develop.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of like just like the students growing in their relationship with Christ and also in community. I think that it's something that really makes me happy, and I really want to see that grow a lot, to see a lot of students going to adoration. Last year we have been seeing those students coming to the chapel, like signing up for their slot for adoration, and that gives me a lot of like joy and hope that continues to grow.
What was the question? I forgot.
What's your favorite thing about the ministry here?
Oh, the ministry. Okay, I enjoy different kind of people in general, but what I enjoy is the moment when I find a thirsty heart, somebody who is really hungry for more, and I see that in their eyes when I see that so passionate or asking for more or help me like something to read. I mean, I love it when the people wants more, and then also when they open among themselves and true friendship grows. That's also very beautiful. And when I can give the sacraments for people who are like that, it's like hungry and thirsty and trusting on each other and bonding. Like I feel like the community of the true disciples, the apostles of Jesus, something like that is so beautiful. And also, I mean, I've become a priest here, so I feel the support of the faithful when I celebrate the sacraments. And they come with the faith of the church, and they strengthen my own faith, because they are receiving a tradition of faith that is strengthening me in my ministry. That's also very beautiful.
I definitely appreciate, the different cultural backgrounds of the people that come here, and even, in a sense, looking to foster a sense of unity and camaraderie amongst those different people. One thing that I really like is Sundays, actually, because now it's definitely less than normal, but there's a lot of people around, and one of the things I've noticed on the East Coast is that people don't tend to wave hi to strangers, whereas in the Midwest, where Michael and I are from, that's like what you do. And so I make it a point, and I really notice that people tend to appreciate it at the church, to feel welcomed. And at the churches, before and after Mass, I think that's one of the coolest things that we have here, is like a culture of welcoming. And doing a small part, I really like that aspect of the ministry.
I also really love, now thinking it a bit more, setting captives free, just helping a little bit, especially in spiritual direction or through the sacraments, as Remy was saying. Just helping people to get closer to Jesus is so beautiful when a heart receives the grace.
I noticed none of you said working with me is a favorite part, and that's okay. But actually, really, one of my favorite parts of the ministry here is you guys and working with you. And I think it's a unique parish that is run by 5 brothers, and it brings something special here for sure. And our final question for the panel is, what are you hoping for the ministry this year? We're obviously in what many are calling unprecedented times, and things are really different. But I think we've already seen ways that God can really work through our ministry still. And as we head into a new school year for Penn and Drexel, and head into this unknown territory with the parish, what are some of your hopes?
We hope that you guys come back. I think that a kind of a simple hope is, especially in the 6 years we've been here, we've seen kind of this like momentum, and definitely we're trying to, make sure that we don't lose that. But also something that we've talked a lot about is, it gives us this whole quarantine time. It gives us a new opportunity to find other ways to do ministry, and maybe to make it a little bit broader through virtual means and stuff like that. So for one thing, we were just talking about getting ready for this lock-in, which I'm not sure if this is going to be before or after the lock-in. One thing is we can reach way more people with the lock-in, because they don't have to come here, stay overnight, so it's I think that's one of the things that we're hoping, and I don't know if we're hoping to get back to normal, I guess.
Yeah, that's one of my prayers too. The pandemic will be over pretty soon, and we miss everyone. So we're hoping that everyone will be back and will be able to really continue and probably improve our services, our ministry to the students. I think this time has really been a moment of like reevaluating and like planning a lot our ministry, and yeah, just like Michael said, like probably in that area of like just to be creative in our ministry, and I'm hoping too that like more and more students will actually like find the face of God through the Newman Center.
Yes, I'm definitely hoping things get back to normal soon as well. But until they do, folks, we are here for you in these little virtual things we keep putting out. This has been a Newman Night special panel. Thank you so much to the brothers. You guys did incredible answers. And we're going to now send it back to the team at the desk. Good night.
Thanks, Jewel.
And thank you to the brothers. We hope that you all take the time to say hi to them and get to know them better. They're excited to get to know you.
Now for our trivia question. Everyone, comment your answer in the live chat box. The first person to get this right is going to win a prize. Ready? Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, the question is, which sport have all of the brothers been into lately? There's one sport that they talked about that they've all been really into. Comment your answers.
I think my favorite thing about the brothers here is that not only are they interested in my spiritual life and bettering my spiritual life, but they're also just invested in me as a person, and I can say in all honesty that they're some of my good friends here at Penn, and that makes it easier for them to be for me to be honest with them, and for them to really know where I need help in my spiritual life, because they know me more than just someone who comes around to Mass every weekend or goes to the Newman Nights and is around the parish. They really know me as closely as an individual, because they're my friends and I'm their friend. So that's probably my favorite thing about the brothers here.
One of my quintessential bro moments was definitely mistaking Nelson for a freshman when he first came in. Sorry, Nelson. But then just over the years getting to know how wise and kind he is, and this goes for all the brothers. You're all so wise beyond your years and so giving with your time, so thank you so much for that.
Hey Nico, what's going on Saturday night?
Well, Emily, I've heard of rumors that the Drexel Newman community is hosting a virtual lock-in, and I've just gotten word that we've received a trailer. Let's check that out.
That looks so fun and some awesome prizes. So it's open to both Penn and Drexel students?
Indeed it is. Check out the link in the description down below for more information on how you can sign up.
Wow, see you there.
That's all for tonight, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night, great weekend, and we'll see you next time.
And remember to stay safe and wear your mask.
Have a great night.
Did you see that? I don't understand. Nico's outfit changed before my eyes so many times.
Did it?
Yes, did you see that? I don't get it.
That's so weird.
How's your experience filming this week, Molly?
I mean, I just can't believe they cut Molly's kitchen.
Thanks, Tim. That was really insightful.
Whoa. I feel so...
Thanks, Angela. The Newman Center Chapel is here for you. And we hope to see you around.
Jesus is sleeping.
That's not Jesus.
Oh, you told me to say it was Jesus.
No, actually,
It's
Joseph.
Joseph.